Hey everybody, welcome to the beginning of the Tamiya Fat Fox build. And as always, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing so that you can follow along every day as I build this in steps. And today we're going to be working on steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is the propeller shaft and mounting the motor. As always, we always get started by looking for the parts that we need. So let me show you what those are. You have M111, which is this pin here, and that was actually in bag A. You have a bearing here. Now, if you did watch my other video and you went out and bought a set of bearings, terrific. If you didn't, you're going to be looking for this plastic bag and using one of those. I hope you watched that video and I hope you bought the bearings, because this car is going to drive much better with bearings than with those plastic bushings. The next piece we're going to need is GB2, which is this spur gear stopper. And GB is the bag that had the spur gear in it. So that's the bag you're looking for. And it's the same material as the spur gear. And here's the spur gear. And then C5 is right here. It was in this bag with the propeller shaft. And you need to look for the one that has a longer stem, a pinhole right there, and indexed end here. That's the one you're looking for. All right, so we're also going to need the grease as well. So let me adjust the camera, we'll get started. Also, if this is your first ever model kit, I suggest you flip through the entire manual, read the front pages and the back pages where there's no diagrams and build steps, and just find as much information you can absorb so that you don't miss the nuances of a Tamiya kit. So first step, we're going to be taking the propeller joint and we're going to slip in the bearing. And before we slip in the bearing, it's asking for just a little bit of grease right there. So this is the grease, and you don't need too much. You just need something for the bearing to slide over. All right, that's it. Okay, and it's also asking to put grease on the face of the spur gear stopper. So instead of putting it on the face here, it's going to get messy for me. I'm going to put the grease on the face of the bearing right here and just go around. So they're trying to prevent friction between the spur gear stopper and this bearing right here. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is put on the pin. Okay, with the pin in place and centered, this part's a little bit tricky. We're going to set the spur gear in place and slide this in there. And the bearing sits right there in that groove. And now it's seated properly. That's simple. Let me show you maybe a couple angles so you can see what it looks like. Okay, let's move on to step 2. All right, step 2 is really straightforward. All we need is 2 parts. You need this propeller joint for the front, and it's the one with the shorter shaft and the flat end. All right, and we also need 2 of these screws, and these MA5s are these silver ones. And here's a tip on building pretty much any RC kit if this is your first one. Unless you have a box to keep all the screws separate, or a mat that you can kind of keep everything apart with dividers and everything, I would just cut a small hole just big enough to let the screws come through and keep most of the screws in the bag. Because Tamiya screws, they all kind of look alike, and after a while it's going to be, and they use a lot of different screws, and after a while it's going to be hard to find them if you don't keep them organized. So that's what I do. I know this is bag A, and these two bag of screws both have just a small corner open, so I can just squeeze the screws out and the pin out without losing its place. So let me bring over the chassis. All right, I need to grease both ends of the propeller shaft, and now I just need to push that joint through like this. So let's put some grease here, and you definitely don't need a lot here. Don't need too much grease. All right, let's go ahead. It's asking us to push it through the front first, and then tilt it down into the rear. And we're just going to tilt this a little bit, lift it up. Make sure that indexes into the other end propeller. And there we go. And now we've installed the propeller shaft. And let's see what the screws are for. The two screws were for the battery post. Let me go find those. All right. If you're not familiar with parts trees, they are usually labeled. So this is the B tree, and the part I need is right here. The B parts tree is made of a flexible plastic, as you can see. You can see it flex. And in all likelihood, for a Tamiya kit, if you need two of something, it's usually on two different trees. They give you a lot of duplicate parts. Let's see. Maybe not in this instance, but there's a lot of duplicate parts, which is a bonus. You get, replacement parts with the kit. But sometimes it gets a little confusing. And they add up. If you have more than one Tamiya kit, you can have a whole box of leftover parts trees. All right, those go in there. And all you need to do is to put that screw in there. And this kit, all the screws are Phillips head. So that's a common house tool. You should have it at home already. Nothing else to go out and buy. That's what's good about this kit. I personally prefer the hex screws, but that usually comes in the higher end kit, especially in Tamiya standards. All right, and that's step number 2. We put in the propeller shaft and we install the battery post. It's important you learn the parts as you go along, so when you go back or you're trying to need to get a part, you know what to ask for and where to look up. All right, let's move on to step 3, which is the motor. All right, I found the motor. I took off the stem and I put the motor plate on. And the other parts you're going to need are these 2 silver screws, a grub screw, the pinion gear, the motor mount, and if you don't have a 1.5 millimeter hex driver, find this wrench. Okay, there's a flat spot right here on the motor stem, and you want to make sure the hole in the pinion gear lines up with that flat spot like so. And this grub screw has two ends. One is hollow. And I'm going to put the hex drive. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to go ahead and start it. And turn this back over. Sorry, I keep shaking the camera. And I'm just going to not tighten it too much. I'm just going to set that there. And mount the screw, and then I'm going to tighten it. Okay, so let's take a look at this motor mount. And there's two sides. You want the side with the hollowed circle. You want this side facing the motor, like so. And there's two holes there. So we're going to line it up perfectly straight. It's asking us to put those two screws in here and here. So let me go ahead and place those. And bring in the screwdriver. It's not going in for me. Let me turn it this direction. And there we go. Found it. Okay. And there we go. Now I'm going to look at the grub screw there. I hope it lines up with the spur gear. Notice right here it's asking you to push the pinion gear and the grub screw so that it's touching the end of that flat spot. I hope I lined it up correctly. Let's go ahead and put that in there and find out. Bring back the chassis. Let's see if I can. Motors on this side. So I'm going to see if you can see this. Maybe this angle's better. All right. All I'm going to do is drop this in. Okay, push it all the way down. Looks like I did okay. Looks like the pinion gear and the spur gear are lined up pretty good. Okay, like so. Terrific. Now I just need to find the spur gear cover. Okay. Here is the spur gear cover. You have a large hump here that goes over the spur gear, and the small hump goes over the motor mount. So we're going to set that in like so. And the four screws go here, 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 and here. And whenever you have anything that's a plate and you're trying to merge two pieces together, it's best to not tighten all the screws at once, and if possible you want to go in a cross pattern so that you're evenly pushing down on the entire cover here evenly. If I started here and I tightened it all the way down, it's going to push this downwards, and then this side might lift up. So you want to gently and just go back across. Just take your time, and then just go ahead and give every screw Just the last quarter turn. And that's it. Okay. Now, just a real quick side note. If you plan on changing spur gears in the future for whatever reason, you want to get a little bit more speed, or you just want to change the gear ratio for whatever reason, this motor mount here is suitable for different size spur gears. So if you were to change from a, I believe this one is a 19 to a 20 or 21, all you have to do is turn the motor counterclockwise where the screw holes, and you would end up using this screw hole and that screw hole. And then 21 you would use those two, 22 you would use those two. And then you don't have to deal with gear mesh. That's one thing good about Tamiya kits and these motor mounts. It does all the work for you. Okay, so that wraps up the start of the Tamiya Fat Fox build. We went through steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. We finished the propeller shaft and mounted the motor. We're well on our way. The next step is going to be a little bit tougher. If this is your first kit, we're going to be building the diffs, the differentials. And there's some small parts. There's a lot of moving things that you need to keep track of and tightening and greasing, but I'm going to walk you through it. And we're going to also put it into the chassis and close it up and install the rear arms. So we're going to be doing 5, 6, and 7 in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were able to follow along and you're well on your way to working on your Fat Fox. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can see when the next video comes out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.